So last time when we finished the lecture last week online, we were doing this challenge one, okay, in which we had this prototype of an airplane, and there were some bugs in that, and we removed the bugs, and now it's working fine. Okay, so that's what we did. And I created actually this by importing the challenge into the existing project. Okay, so my project name was experiments, and I imported my project, the challenge one assets into this, and then it created a challenge one folder, and there was the challenge one scene, which you can see here. This is the challenge one. Okay, now I go back to my original scene, which was, I think, sample scene. Yeah, this is what we were doing. So if I play this, we will remember what was there. Okay, so things they were going and then moving left and right. So I applied the same script to all those objects. Okay, so we can see that how they actually move, and let's say the things. Okay, so that is the simple game we created. You can call it a game, or you can call it a simple program, whatever it is, but this has just, movement. Okay, now about the camera movement, I'm forgetting if we were doing anything about camera movement. No, nothing about jump. Okay, maybe no camera movement in this one. Move camera. Okay, let me open this and we will see to which one is this attached. Okay, so the move camera script is there, and okay, so sphere position is equal to sphere dot transform dot position, and this dot transform dot position is equal to sphere position. Okay, so we attach this with the sphere, but I think if I click on the sphere, which is here, so this was actually, you see, I removed that. Yeah, so it is not there. There is a move script. We removed that, and there is a rotate. So if I enable the rotate, and let's say you see the script, it is already rotating, okay, in its own place. So that's, but we cannot see it from here. Only from here it's visible that how is this rotating. Okay, that's the sphere script, but the move camera, I think I removed that, so it's no longer available. Okay, so we know how to draw different things, game objects, then how to change them in the scene using transform here, position, rotation, and scaling. And after that, we also try to change these using scripts, okay, using programming. So, and with programming, we mean that we also attached, we attach the input. Okay, so with input, you can move the things, you can rotate the thing, and we have seen those examples. Now let's move to the next thing, which is, after challenge one, there is prototype two. So what are the concepts in prototype two? We need to learn about those concepts. Okay, so prototype two is about moving, there are many things, and that will be your homework actually, moving the prototype two. But the first thing in prototype two is that you should stop moving an object if it is on the boundary. Like here is a problem. So if I click on play, okay, and I can see that this is the thing. So if I click on left and right, you see the thing, they will go down, okay, and then they are gone, okay, something like that. So if I want to, you see, avoid that going down, okay, what I can do is I will have to have some boundary. So one way is to actually create a wall, for example. Okay, so if I create a wall, how can I create a wall? I can just copy this thing, let's say, duplicate, Control D. Okay, and I can just rotate this. Let's say we can rotate this, and I can then move it in this direction. Okay, so that's sort of a wall. Okay, now this is a wall. It has been moved in this direction, and I will even rotate it further. So this is in which one? This is the red one. Yeah. Okay, so I can see it from these angles. It's fine. Okay, so that is you see a wall artificially created here. Now what will happen if I start my game now? So let me start the game. Okay. Okay, interestingly, why I don't see my wall here? Okay, because of the camera or what? Let's see. Okay, so if I move things this direction, and then in this direction. Okay, so they went down. Why? Can you tell me why? What happened? Those things actually they they fell down. What's the reason? Any idea? So there is this thing. I have the wall. Or no, there is no wall. What's the thing? What's that thing? Actually, do you see it? So there is plane, and this is the same plane here. Okay, but from this side it doesn't seem, and from downside it doesn't seem. Okay, what I can do, let's say, just for one thing, I can, this plane has a scaling of x, y, etc. Okay, so it has certain position. Yeah, if I make it 2, what will happen? And okay, so this has certain, instead of 2, I can make it 5. Okay, there is a problem. What's the problem? Wait, what's the problem with this thing? There has been some loading. Wait, what's the thing? Why I'm getting this problem? Let me check. I don't know why, because there is some flickering going on in my screen. So if I go in this direction and then in this direction, which is towards the camera, okay, so they are going towards this. Okay, and if I do what, collider, okay, a box collider, okay, and then try again, what will happen? Okay, and after that, if I make it rigid body, so it will fall down, of course. But why is it not working? Any idea? Okay, so I don't want gravity. Okay, let me start again. There should be no gravity on that. And still it's going down. Okay, there should be no gravity. Let me stop. Add component, rigid body. Okay, and add component. There is also already mesh collider is there. Okay, that's strange. Cooking options, and then there is the mesh collider. Okay, okay, rigid body is no longer supported since Unity 5. Okay, yeah, so I don't know what does that mean. Mesh collider. Okay, fine. So I can remove the rigid body, remove component. There is mesh collider is already there, but somehow it's not working. Any idea? Why is it not working? Why am I seeing this like that? Okay. It's not working somehow. And transform the plane. Okay, because it is plane. Yeah. Okay, so we cannot scale it because plane means plane. Okay, so it will be always like a plane. But if I can do one more thing, instead of plane, if I game object and 3D game object, and if I create a cube, okay, I already have a cube, but let's create a cube and I can scale it. So I can see that this is z-axis. I don't need to scale in z-axis. It's on the right side, but x-axis 3, not x-axis is not needed. Okay, x-axis, let's say 10, and y-axis is 20. Okay, yep, and z is 1. Okay, I can make it 1, no problem. What will happen now? Okay, will there be any collision or not? If we see this, if I move this from here, like this, and then this, okay, so it has this position, and I can move my camera. Okay, so let me move it closer. Okay, so what will happen now if I move now? Actually, this is on, let me take it to the other side so I can see it. Okay, so that's fine. Okay, let me play that. Okay, and if I move my things, okay, they are still going through that. Why? Why that could be the reason? Any idea? Okay, so this one is not going. Let me start again. I think they are on the side. Okay. Yep. So if I move now, okay, now it's not going. Yeah. Okay. Okay, there was some problem. Oh, it went. So there is some problem, some error. It goes and it stops. So we need to maybe see that why sometimes it's going inside and other times it's not doing. Let me try one more thing. I haven't tried this. Why is this reason? Okay, so I go there and now it stopped. Okay, it's not going. The other one is going. Okay, the third one went down. This one is going. Oh, it also went down. Okay, strange thing. Let's see once again. I continue and all went down. What could be the reason? Really, this is something strange for me. I did not try this thing before. Okay, this was just thing. Anyways, so that could be one possible way to stop moving things, you know, from this side. So we can, instead of having this thing, let me delete that. And we can control these things by moving across the boundaries. Okay, so what does that mean? We can control within the code that if it is within this boundary, okay, then it's fine. Otherwise, it should not move. Okay, so here, this is my z-axis on the right side. Okay, this is my z-axis now. Okay, so if I move forward, backward, right side, okay, so this is the things they are going. Now what I want to see is that if I go there, so it should stop at this point, for example. Okay, so it should stop at this point, and that is actually x-axis. So how do I see the position? I want, because we are using the code of move. Okay, so this is force is applied on the object. Okay, now interesting thing is that there is also the space code. Okay, where is the space code? Let me check that, because we can see left, right, but the space is working or not. The space is not working. What? Yeah, it's working, but very slow. Okay, yeah, okay, the force is very small. That's why the space is not working. Okay, so maybe the force was actually we needed to make it 100. Okay, yeah, that was the thing. You see, we're doing it after 1 week, so I forgot. Let me check. Yeah, a little bit of force is there. Let me make it 200. Okay, and actually force mode or acceleration is not good. This will be the other one. Force mode dot force impulse. Actually, this is the correct one. And then after impulse, I think it will go too quickly. Yeah, impulse is too much. Okay, so that's why let's start with 200. Okay, there are different types of forces. Let me start again. Okay, so yeah, this is 20 is too much. That will be 10. 10 is enough. Oh yeah, that's 10. Okay, fine. So what I want is that when I move this, let's say in this direction, at the edge, it should stop. Okay, so how can I do that? Any idea? How can I stop this? Any idea? If you remember, we also use this thing. Yeah, that can be a problem. Instead of transform that position, we can translate to the new position. Okay, so if we check here, let me stop and let me start again. Oh, I removed that. Anyways, it's the same. So here you can see it's working fine. What I want to do is that when it reaches the end, it should not fall down, it should stop. And how we can do that? Any idea, anyone? Yes. Anyone? How I can stop? There are only 4 students. Okay. But can anyone tell me how can I stop this from falling down? Yes. Yes.
Can we get the plane and check for colliding?
Check for what? Sorry.
Colliding, touching the plane.
No, it's already
There
touching
is
the
a,
plane. The plane
it's
is already touched.
the edges, the plane edges. I mean,
So how do we do that? Because edge has no thing. The only thing we know is that there will be, for example, if I want to find the position of the edge, so this position, okay, it can give me the edge position, which is in the z-axis, it is 12.78, maybe 13. If I make it 13, what will happen? Let's see. Okay, so if I make it 13, that is the edge, for example, you can see, okay, this edge is 13. So I know that this is the edge, and here, if I make it in this side, so this is minus 11. If it is less than minus 11, it is falling, no, it's minus 11, yeah. So it can go up to minus 11, 10.5. So on positive z-axis, it is 13. Okay, and we can make it convenient if this thing at 0, 0, 0. So if I make this reset the position, then it will be symmetric. You see, you see, if I made this position, wait, let me reset that. So if I reset this, okay, and then I move those objects on the plane, this object as well, I move it up, okay, and I move it in this position, x-axis, the ball, it's here. Okay, let me remove the cylinder. We don't need the cylinder right now, okay? And then this one, the third one is here, okay? So in the position X is near, position Y is up a little bit, okay? And once again in X direction, no, it's not this one, the third one, which is this one, I will go inside. So this is not this, but this thing, okay? So I can see now all the things they are on top, for example, okay? This one is a little bit on the side, so I will move it here. Okay, so now I know that these are my positions. Why I made it reset? Because it's easy to see now. Okay, so if I move my square now, okay, in this direction, let me make it a little bit down so it's on top. And if I move in this direction, here I can see that its z is minus 4.5. So if I make it minus 5, well, that's on the edge. So minus 4.5 actually, let's say, or minus 4 maybe. Minus 4.5 is the best thing, okay? Similarly, if I make it plus 4.5, then it will be on the other edge, I know. Okay, that's something. And the third one is x-axis. So here I know that if I come here, this is the position minus 4.5, same thing. Okay, so in every direction that is minus 4.5, in this direction and in that direction. Okay, so 4.5 is my boundary in all those directions. Okay, that's something I know. And if I click on the plane, actually the scale and everything is 1, 1, 1. This is by default, the plane is like this. Okay, something strange for me, because it should not be 1, 1, or maybe by default the plane size is this. We can see this has been reset, so it is 1, 1, 1. But anyways, so now I know that 4.5 minus 4.5, these are the values. Okay, and let me remove the script from the other cubes. Let's say this cube is which one? This is cube 1. So let me remove the cube, move from this, and from cube 2 move. We want to just see the one, which is this cube. Okay, and what we want to do, we want to see that it should not go at this position, not more than 4.5 in this direction or 4.5 in this direction, positive or negative. Okay, that's what our objective is. Now our position is calculated here. Okay, vector 3 is equal to new position, and so on. Okay, now here we are calculating actually both the horizontal input, okay, and the vertical input. So there are two axes which are working together. Okay, let me make them closer so we can see it. Okay, now what I want is that if the position is going more than 12 in one direction, then I will reset it to that. Okay, how will I do that? More than, sorry, 4.5. Okay, instead of translate directly, I will have to do something. So this is a point we need to understand. How can you do that? Think about that. It's just a programming thing. We have this vector 3. This horizontal is controlling the x, okay? And the 0 is y, because we are not controlling y, so it is 0. And the third one is this. If I can just write it one on the same side like this, okay, and then like this, so that will make it three things. Okay, for vector 3, this is my horizontal, then 0 and vertical. But actually, if I save this and I go back, there is one thing. Okay, if I play this, so my z-axis, let me move the camera so that z-axis is following this. This is the good way of z-axis, because the z-axis should be on my right side, for example, or it should be in the camera. So if I play this now and I move this, so left, sorry, here. So left position for this is actually what? This is horizontal, okay? And now this is my up and down, okay? So x is my vertical. You can see what is having that x is here horizontal. What's the reason? Think about that. Because the horizontal and vertical, how do you move that? So z-axis is vertical input into movement speed in time dot delta time, horizontal. You can change the horizontal and vertical with these things, so it will be moving in the other directions. Okay, that's just a point you should remember. Now the question is, what I want to do is that there should be a boundary. So how can I create boundaries for them? I would like to check that if my x position is more than 4.5, then I will make it 4.5. Okay, how can I do that? Think about that. Yes, any idea? So I can even simplify like this. Let's say I can say float x position is equal to this, let's say. Okay, and here I will write x position, and from there I will remove this and I will call it z position, and I need to define the z position here. After this, float z position is equal to vertical. Okay, so it's the same thing. In vector 3, what's my x position and what is my this and what is my that? Okay, now I want that if it is getting more, because I'm translating to the new position here. Okay, now if I want to restrict it to 4.5, let's say, then I will say that if x position is greater than 4.5, okay, then what should I do? X position is equal to 4.5. Is it fine or not? Okay, if x position is greater than 4.5, then x position is equal to 4.5, and that is f. Okay, so we should use the float. Is it fine or not? Let's check that. Okay, so I'm going there. Let me start the game. And my cube, the one which is I'm moving, is this. So the x position is, I will click here so you can see this is cube 2. No, cube 1, yeah. Okay, so the x position, you can see the x position is 0.89, 0.971. No, x position is what? 1.18. Ah, what was the problem? How did I make it 4.5? Yeah, that's the thing. X is this, okay, x is this direction, yeah. Okay, so x is this direction, so if I move that here, oh, it went down. Okay, let me try again. Okay, I will move this here. Okay, so my cube 1. Okay, and okay, this is the, oh, I need to cube 1. Okay, so x position is moving here. 2, 3, 4. No, it's not working that way. What could be the reason? Okay, and think about that. Why is this not working? Any idea? Do you understand my point? Anyone? What's going here? Okay, I can do one more thing also. Let's see. Yeah, just give me 1 minute. Because the horizontal, the thing is, this will depend on the horizontal input, so it cannot go, it may not be going more than this position. Okay, it's not this we are going to check, because the x position is actually what? It is the position which we calculate. We need to see the position of this object. Okay, this is a very important point, remember. We need to see the position of this object, and the position of this object is this position. It's not x pose. Okay, x position is moving, but we need to see that if the position of the object, okay, what is the position of the object? The position of the object is transform dot position, and which one? Dot x. Okay, so if position of x is more than 4.5, then we don't want to translate that, okay, because here is translate. Okay, so we don't want to translate it, which means in the x-axis the translate will be 0. So because we don't want any translate in the x, so it should be 0. It's like this. Am I right or not? Let's check that. Remember this. If transform dot position dot x, which means the position of the cube on x-axis, if it is getting more than 4.5, then I will change the x position to 0. Okay, why? It means that I don't want translation in that direction. Let's check that. Okay, so I play this. Okay, and then the z-axis. Okay, it's not going. You see my horizontal input here, it's changing. My horizontal input is changing. I click on the right. On left, it's wait. On left, it's also not working. Strange, because it has got more than 4.5 already. Okay, so the problem is that now left and right, both keys are not working. This one is working, but left or right is not working because of the, you see, the condition that is it has gone more than 4.5 already. So if it is more than 4.5, then the x position is equal to 0. Okay, which we have not thing. It's not a good thing. We should do is that it should be at this position. Okay, you see, there are small things. Incrementally, I'm telling you how to do that. So if it is more than 4.5, then we will make it again 4.5. What is the word set which cannot modify the return value transform because it is not a variable. Okay, transform dot position dot x is equal to 4.5x. Okay, what's the thing here now? We cannot, okay, yeah, I understand. We should not change the position here, but in the vector, actually. Okay, so we will update the vector. Actually, that's one thing we need to update the vector. So the thing is that if this, then we should make the vector here, which is that this new position should be here as okay, we can keep it back like that. Okay, yeah, this is the thing, greater than 5. Okay, yeah, I know the reason, but to tell you that will be difficult right now. Okay, it's there because we have used vector 3 here. Okay, and we are controlling 2 directions, x and y here. Okay, so if you go to the solution here, I will tell you what's the problem. Okay, and then you will understand. So if we want to do that, let's see how is it different. Keeping the player within the bounds. Okay, let me open tutorial 2.1. Okay, I didn't want to do that. This will be your homework, but I want to make all those points because in the learning you will learn these problems. Okay, so keep the player in bounds. Here is the thing. We want the player to be in the boundaries. So you can see if transform is less than 10, then transform that position is equal to this thing. Okay, so we change the position. The position, we assign the new vector. We are not changing, you see, the position dot x is equal to something. We don't say transform dot position dot x is equal to something, like as I told you here, the transform dot position x, but here, sorry, here, the transform dot position is equal to, everything should be same, but that position will be fixed, the x position will be fixed. What does that mean? If x position is fixed, it means that we will say that transform here, transform dot position. So we are not dealing with translate, but with position. Transform dot position is equal to new vector 3. Okay, and because our boundary is 4.5, so that will be 4.5. Y position is 0, and the other position is the z remains the same. So we will say transform dot position dot z. Okay, and this will be here. So what type of problem was solved by this? Let's see. Okay, let's see what problem was solved by this thing. Oh, it went down. Okay, so here it is. I press play. Okay, and if now I move, sorry, it's here. If I move this in this direction, okay, you can see there is small, you know, the coding problem. It has been, yeah, it rotated. So the things, you see, yeah, this is the thing, because it is on the very edge. 4.5 is just exactly the edge. So I will make it 4.4 so that it doesn't go to the edge. You can see a little bit of difference, just 0.1 of difference. You see how the coding bug will be there. Okay, so if I move it there, okay, still that bug. Okay, what's the reason? You see, I'm not doing anything. It's automatically doing. This is programming and scripting, and it has rotated the slide. So if I move it now, okay, so it is creating a problem. You see the rotation. Now the up arrow is jumping instead of doing this. This is one thing. And if I jump, it will go in the other direction. You see, wait, it's not jumping at all, because yeah, it's working like this. So there are some issues. Okay, and I want to highlight these issues to you so that you understand. Let me make it 4.0 and 4.0 and see what's the reason for that. Okay, we want to see that, because you will see the same code is there in the game. Okay, and let's check that. So I will start. Okay, and then I move. Okay, yeah, that's not working. Why? What could be the reason? Do you know? If I click, this is my cube. Okay, and the reason, if you see, if I click on play, I will tell you what's the reason. Okay, see, what's the value of y here? The value of y is 0.5, because this is a cube and its center should be at 0.5. When I make it 0, it comes to down position. You see on the playing game, if I make it 0, it is going like this. So that's another problem. So it is 0.5. Okay, let's say. Okay, or even if it is any other value, it can be this value in the game. But when I see I made a mistake of this as 0, this should be 0.5. Okay, see this now, 0.5f. Okay, so these types of small error, I didn't change this before. I was not thinking about this as 0. And here, new position also, this is creating a problem. But this is translate. So this translate 0 is doing nothing, which is actually, you see, very confusing. But let's see. There are different things. Okay, now that's fine. If I move in the x direction, see, it's coming back even. Why is it coming back? Do you see? The reason is, if I click, this is 4.5, and then it comes back. Okay, so I made it to greater than 4. Okay, if I make it 4.5, then that can be something. 4.5. Let me check that again now. Okay, so let me move this. Okay, yeah, it's little bit flexibility. And the reason is because of the speed. Movement speed is too much. If the speed was slow, then it will not be like this. Okay, if the speed is slow, okay, then it will even stop. Because of the movement speed, the translate position is very high. So if the translate position is very high, so it goes beyond that, okay? It's still, it's a little bit, yeah, it's coming back, you can see. Okay, but on the other hand, it doesn't go there. So how do I do with the other side? For the other side, I will have the inverse, this thing, okay? This, and then I will check this for negative, less than minus 4.5, and it will be minus 4.5, and that's the thing. Okay, oh, yeah, okay. So let me play, and I will just stop here. Okay, okay, so this position here, it's not going, and there it's not going. Okay, the position, X position become -5, minus 4.9, something like that. Okay, okay, so it's trying, and then here, here, so it is within the bounds. Okay, the other bounds you can check for this bounds. Okay, that's how you do this. So actually, I wanted to give you this everything as a homework. So the same thing is done here. I did that using a long way, using practice, etc., so that you know what can be the errors that will come across USA. Okay, so I will stop the screen share, and I will stop the recording. Just give me a minute because it was recording. Let's